Hey y'all. Is this camera blurry or something? Hey y'all. What y'all doing? Hold on. Good morning. Hey sister. I don't know. It feel like hey soda. I don't know if it feel like it's morning still or not. It feel kind of late. Morning soda. Okay. Where y'all was at yesterday? Oh, the cup, honey. Oh yes. Sister, I've been looking for that cup for you. What you talking about? Okay. So let me talk to y'all about what I'm going to talk about today because I didn't talk to y'all yesterday. I ain't talked to y'all yesterday. I didn't do a morning breath yesterday because I was on the highway. And I was going to pull over and do a little morning breath at around 10 o'clock my time. But y'all know what? I don't know. I was distracted doing some other stuff. So, here, let me talk about this real quick before my time up. You went to Louisville, soda. I was driving past through Louisville yesterday too. Okay. Let me stay focused. You know, I'll be getting distracted. So, do y'all remember on Friday I was talking about how our emotions come to partner with us? So no matter what emotion it is, our emotions are here basically to support us, and our emotions are essentially at the foundation of our cognitions. So our thoughts, but everything starts with emotion, right? Usually something starts with how you feel about something. Y'all understand that? So you usually feel first and then you rationalize or think about it with your mind. So everything, so all these things, when something comes in, it comes through our five senses, or we could say our six senses. It comes through our six senses, we feel it, and then we think about it, okay? So what I was going to add to that about our emotions coming to partner with us is the simple fact that our food and the things that we do and how attuned we are to our environment also affects our emotions, right? And our mood. So I wrote a couple things down that I was thinking about in my meditation this morning, y'all. Let me keep looking at my notes. Let me tell y'all this. So a lot of people don't understand that like, you know how people talk about, well, they'll eat lunch or something or eat dinner and then they get the itis. Y'all know what they talking about when they get sleepy, like right after they eat. So, you know that most foods that our culture, especially people who eat meat and foods that are rich in protein, those foods are also rich and heavy in tryptophan, right? And y'all know tryptophan and how it helps the body produce serotonin. And then serotonin is that feel-good chemical inside of us that helps us to regulate our mood and our sleep cycles. So the foods that we eat are impacting our emotions, but how often do you go and sit and do some reckoning with what you're putting into your body, right, y'all? How often are you sitting down looking at experiencing this reckoning with what I put into my body and taking responsibility for how attuned I am with what I put into my body? Because y'all know most people are kind of like externally motivated, where it's like, oh, that food looks good, or ooh, sure would feel good to have this food or eat this or that, but we don't think about what it is we're putting in our bodies, right? So I was thinking about that, just wanted to ask y'all, what are you eating, right? What are you feeding your body? Where are you getting your energy from? And the things that you put in your body, are they actually energy inducing foods, or are they foods that take away from your energy? So for example, if you think about, here, I'll tell y'all. So I used to be a school counselor, and an elementary school counselor at one point. And while I was an elementary school counselor, let me tell you one of the activities. I probably told y'all this before, I don't know. Let me tell y'all one of the activities I used to have my fourth graders do. So I used to have my fourth graders, we became researchers and we became good consumers of information. And so what I would have them do for our project is, I started off having them log everything that they ate, because y'all know for the most part a lot of elementary school and middle school and high school kids are eating hot Cheetos or pickles or something like that as their staple. So I started having them log what they ate the day before, and then we would look at what's inside those foods that you're eating. So for example, a lot of students at that time used to love Taco Bell, and they always ate Taco Bell. But what they didn't know was what was inside, or what was that food made of, and was it actually energy and nutrient rich foods, or was it foods that took away from them and their vibration and how they vibrated, right? So I started doing that with elementary kids, and they got so smart about it. They started reading the back package of like their hot Cheetos and reading what all of this Michael glycol flyfin. So that's how they used to say it. Like, what does this mean? What does this mean? But I just had them start researching that, right? So anyway, they found out a lot of information, and then actually, in actuality, some parents got upset with me because they were like, "You need to stop this because my kid don't want to eat Taco Bell, and if this what I got for them to eat, this what they gonna eat." But I say, how about we start having our children be more attuned in what they put into their body? How about we do that first? That's where the reckoning has to begin. Like, we have to have a reckoning with ourselves about what we're putting into our body and how we're vibrating and how attuned we are with the things around us. So when we talk about eating fruits and vegetables, I'll put on here, I wrote there, y'all, the flowers, and how we don't even know that we can have this relationship with flowers and flower essence, and how that impacts our mood as well. So I was writing down just like how plants help us build a relationship with our hearts, and what kind of relationship do we have with the plants, that are the nature and the things that are around us, right, y'all? So I also wrote that a lot of the practices, and if you think about our ancestors, were a part of an agrarian society, and then us trying to get so civilized have moved and shifted away from this agrarian society, where most of us don't even know the foods that we're eating. We don't know where they're coming from. We know that they're made in factories. So y'all know, even in that process of being made in factories, that impacts our food and the energy that's within our food. But if it's plants or food from your land, from your area, from your property, or from like your community farming, you know that it has a different type of energy, right, y'all? And without getting into all that, I get to rambling and going on and on. I want us to just think about these two things. So I want us to think about, like, if you believe that something is helpful, just by saying, I believe that if I eat better foods, that's helpful for my life, and that my self-care is my new health care. So do you all recognize that? Like, our self-care is our self-care is our health care. So when we think about like Western medicine and how we're taking care of ourselves, do a reckoning with yourself. That's really what I want to challenge everybody to do. And most people don't want to be honest and look at the things that they put in their body, because it's like, oh, I've always been doing this. This is what my so-and-so ate, and this is what they ate. And it's all about like what tastes good to me and not good for me. So one of my baby cousin always say that some things are food and some things are fun. So y'all know what is good and enriching to us, that's food, right? And then the rest of the stuff is just fun. It's just things we put in our body. It's fun to eat, but it's not fun for our bodies. Let me stop here, y'all. But let's breathe for a little bit. Chuck, you trying to breathe? Because I was thinking about challenging you all, and let's challenge I'll challenge myself. I challenge myself. You believe that, senior? So how about we do this? One, let's think about, am I a good caretaker of my soul? Am I a good caretaker of my soul and my energy? So what exactly do I feed my soul? What do I feed my energy? And your food, that food being our medicine, medicine being our food, start with that. Can we start with that? How about closing our eyes and just taking a breath in and just first thinking about that, y'all? Think about, are you a good caretaker of your soul? And what do you feed your soul? Not just through the foods you eat, but also the things that you bring into your other senses. And then I want you to ask yourself this question. And y'all know it's important that we breathe together through this. Okay? Because when you breathe, when you and I breathe together or pray together, it's not 1 + 1 = 2. It's actually 1 + 1 = infinity. So when we do this collectively, y'all, this is matching. It becomes bigger than just me and you. It becomes broader, and the vibration is heightened and it's raised, right? So y'all stay with that. Ask yourself this question. How can I raise my vibration? How does the food that I eat impact my vibration and my mental and spiritual clarity? Y'all know that the foods that you eat impacts your vibration and also your mental and your spiritual clarity, your physical clarity in every way, right? And then with your eyes closed, I want you to ask yourself this question. How do I align with my highest self? So what are your prayers every day? What are your affirmations every day? What are your words every day to help you align with your highest self? Right? What is your meditation? So food can be your medicine and your meditation, like the foods that you put in your body. All right, everybody keep breathing. And I'm going to say this again, y'all. It's important that when we breathe together, right? I believe our hearts begin to beat together. But it's not just 1 + 1, like I'm breathing and you're breathing. 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 when we do it together. When we do it collectively, it's 1 + 1 = infinity. So we covering ground, y'all, when we come together. One more breath, y'all. Okay, y'all. So I want you to check you out. Check you out and see if you have skeptical views that are impacting your intentions and how you want to raise your vibration. Because if you have skeptical views about the food you put in your body, if it's healthy and you like, I know a lot of people say, I ain't eating that. Give me some meat or give me some, and you don't even know where that food is coming from, or you just know that you're eating garbage and you continuously do it. To me, that's a skeptical vibration right there, right? What you doing, Chuck? One eye open on this offering. All right, Chuck, we're going to breathe together. It's okay to have days where you off, Chuck. I'm off today, too. It's okay. We can be off sometimes, y'all. But I would say go back to what you're doing. What are you feeding your soul? What are you feeding yourself? All right, y'all. Y'all have a good Tuesday. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I want to talk about our subtle body energies, our subtle energetics. And I want us to work in concert with the healing properties within us so that we can stop working against us. Right, y'all? All right, y'all have a good one.